We revisit the man who was India's playmaker for the Nehru Cup, Lenny. Lenny, tell me how it was to slot in that role, where another goal, Climax Lawrence, was very well known. He made that place his own, and for many years he served India in that position. You filled into his shoes. Do you look at that as a compliment and something to inspire you?
He was my key role, key player, and I always wanted to play like him. And some my parents and friends are saying next climax is Lenny Rodriguez.
Okay, that's a very good thing, Lenny. Describe how this tournament was for you in terms of ball possession. If you go to see something that India is still struggling to do is ball possession. When we win the ball, we're not managing to keep the ball for a longer time.
Obviously, we have to improve because this coach who came was very good, and he don't like to play the long balls and all. Sometimes you have to kick long balls, and otherwise you have to keep possession, forward passes.
How do you like this coach's style? You've coached even in Churchill under some coaches, and now how do you like Wim Koolman's style? Can you compare those styles of football?
Koemans, I think, is from Netherlands, and he know what is football because we used to play in India, and their standard is high, and we have to improve on our skills and all. Slowly we will improve because every time we play, we used to kick long balls and we have to go running. Now, if you keep the ball, you are very fine with the ball, and other teams are pressurizing you.
You feel somewhere when we play bigger sides, we're only doing counter attacks. We are not making attacks of our own. It's only happening through counter attacks because they attack us so much. You think that trend can change if we have more confidence and more belief?
Yeah, another next tournament we will improve on that, and coach will be. This is the first tournament for the coach, and slowly we will improve.
Describe your best moments of this tournament. Which were the times you enjoyed the most in the Indian camp while playing on the ground, and which were the times which you did not enjoy the most, where you did not have a good match?
Against Maldives, we played like Barcelona.
Okay.
We keep ball position, and I enjoyed that match very good. All matches I played well, but against Nepal there was a bit sloppy. The ground was rain was there and waterlogged.
Describe how you felt a few years back when you were not allowed to play, when you were not taken in the first 11 in Raya. You must have been, you said you cried.
Yeah.
But describe how those days were for you and how those years were for you, because it's been a long time till today.
Every time I used to think about that Raya club. I signed there and I didn't got chance and they dropped me. I was crying really. My mom and dad told me it's okay, go
Keep
play.
playing.
Yeah, keep playing. And then I gave my best, and I was every time I was doing hard work. I should go on the ground, do some jogging, sprinting, and do ball work. And then somebody told me, some players told me, you will come up, and I came up with a good performance. Now I have to go carry on. I thanks Denzil, my boss. He's my boss. I thank him because he gave me a chance to play in the professional league, and from there I came started in playing I League. And every time he was saying me, you will play for India.
So how do you feel now? You've played for India.
I feel proud, and also my parents, they used to back me up to play.
Okay. What's your future goal now? You want to be a regular member of the Indian side, and are you working hard towards that?
Yeah, obviously I want to play for another 5 to 6 years for national team in first 11. I will give my best in club as well as my country.
And you have a target in mind personally that India should reach this tournament or maybe even the World Cup. You have any target like that in your mind?
Yeah, if coach, our coaching staff and players believe in them, we will give our best and go further.
It's very heartening to see that Lenny Rodrigues remembers the great Climax Lawrence and does not even mind being compared to him. More so because he's not only his role model in one way, but in more than one way, he happens to be his role model. Now we'll go to another such footballer's house who was part of that Indian squad that won the Nehru Cup, Denzil Franco. Also Lenny's teammate at Churchill Brothers. We'll see what Denzil has to say about the Nehru Cup win, about his role after coming on as a substitute in the finals and scoring the goal in the penalty shootout. So let's go to the beautiful village of Saligaon, where Denzil the Goan who played in the Indian team, who struck one of the penalties which struck the post and went inside, Denzil Franco. Denzil, first of all, feels good being a Goan, being an Indian playing there and winning the Nehru Cup.
Yes, I mean, I'm very happy. I mean, Goa is, you can say, Mecca of Indian football now. They used to say Calcutta, but I feel Goa is Mecca of Indian football, and being part of the national team was a great achievement for me. Not only for me, for my family, for my friends, for my well-wishers, and I'm very happy to play in the national team.
Let's speak a little bit about your position, the right back position. A few matches before you started against Cameroon, then you came on as a substitute in the final. You said that it was quite tough to defend them from the flanks. What has been your role like in the team, and have you managed to fit in well with Nirmal Chetri there, and you all both sort of swap positions? Have you managed to adjust the role well, and you're happy with your performance as a national player as a back?
Well, Nikhil, I'm very happy that Coach Wim Koemans gave me an opportunity to start in certain matches. Like, for example, I played in the Nepal match. I started in the first 11, and when Nirmal was out of the team with injury, and I think I gave good account of myself. I'm not trying to boast. I'm not trying to be overconfident, but that's what the management, the officials said about me. That
We saw you intercepting a lot of balls, putting in a lot of hard tackles, sliding in on the ball. You got your tackles very right. Is this something you've been working on to be more aggressive as a defender, and something that you've learned from the I League while defending against the African strikers?
It's quite natural for me. I mean, I've been being a very good tackler. That's what Coach Vishwas Gavkar used to say from Seza Football Academy when I was a young under 19 or under 15 player. And since then, it's been a great thing to, as a defender, I'm really fine giving a good sliding tackles and all these things. So it was initially for the match against Cameroon, it was a bit difficult for me to adjust in the finals because definitely they are higher ranked than us and they're very good quick players. So to control them, it was a bit difficult thing. But then initially, as time went, I adjusted to the situation and gave my best.
You came on as a substitute in the stoppage time. What were you thinking that time? Because score line was deadlocked at 2-all. what was going through your mind? Am I supposed to defend and not allow them to have a goal, stretch to the penalties, or let's work something up from the flanks or from our midfield and try and score a goal before the extra time? What were your team talks and what was going through your mind?
First of all, when I entered, before entering the field, I made it in my mind that I won't make any hasty tackles, because if I had to do any wrong decision tackles and stuff like that, the boys who have played for the last 90 minutes, who have worked hard against a team higher than India, ranked higher than India, and who have been playing very good football and are taking Indian team from the word go. I thought it would be very bad from my side to just make a hard tackle and give away a penalty or something like that. So I had to really keep myself calm and be more focused, because for me, as a right back, I have a tendency of overlapping. But for this match, I thought no, I won't do that much, because I want to defend, because as Cameroon strikers were all over us, over our defense.
Yeah.
So I just thought what I did the best in the qualifiers match against Cameroon, let me continue to do the same thing. And as Savio Madeira, coach of India, assistant coach, he did mention to me that I know you're fit, but see that you be with the defense line. And
there's something very interesting written about the Indian team. You all tried penalties in practice and you all missed them all. Is that true? And tell us a bit about your penalty, the only penalty that struck the post and went in.
Exactly, I mean, it's very much true, because the previous day we had training, and the coach had some 5 players from the first 11 team who were supposed to take the penalties, and all the 5 penalties first were stuck to the pole. Either goalkeeper saved it or it stuck to the pole, and then the coach was very upset about it. He said like he just went away from there, and then the next 3 were from the subs who did take the penalties, and even in that I didn't go and take the initiative to go and take a penalty. And I thought all these 8 penalties were gone out, so let me give a try, and that mine was the first penalty that struck in the goal during practice sessions. So when it came for the match, the players who were supposed to take penalties were out. Like Nirmal Chetri was supposed to take one of the penalties, he was out, and there were many players who were supposed to take penalties, and they were either replaced or they didn't have the thing to go and
The
confidence to go and shoot. So the first thing coach came and spoke to me that Denzil, I want you to take a penalty, and I said okay. Very precious situation, because the whole crowd, the whole people all over the world and India were looking at me, and I was a bit nervous about it, that whether it's going to go in or out, but I was very confident that it would go in, because I've had such situations in the past. Like for example in the SAF Cup, I've scored a penalty.
Tell us a bit about the celebrations thereafter. Was it a celebration of okay, I've done it and it's gone in, or it was a celebration of yes, I knew it, and this is a goal that I expected to score during the regulation time?
No, nothing like that. Actually, all my players were like just scoring goals, and they were doing no signs. So I thought, let me do something different. And I am kind of like, many players in my team say that Denzil, you're always different player. You do something or the other. And something this time I had to do different, because in the Run Cup I removed my jersey and all this stuff.
Okay.
So this time I thought, let me do something different.
Okay.